guys, so today I'm going to show you how to thread a Juki Serger. I have the model number MO-644D. Some Sergers are like this and some are completely different. So hopefully this helps you guys out and let's get started. So I'm going to start, I have all my thread sitting on the place where they're supposed to sit. And I'm just going to start with this back right hand one, and it will follow the color coding for red. So if we go up here, when I pull the string up, I'll put it through the red holes just right here. So I'm just going to slide it through there, and then we'll come down. Once down here, you'll see there's a color coding red right here, and I'll slide the thread into that slot so it goes all the way over to the left side, so it'll be right here. And then color coding red again, slide that into that slot so it's secure. And then I'll go up and around this knob right here, color coding red again. And through that hole, I'm going to open this up. And my next will be this red. Hold, and then I come down. Let me slide you guys in closer, and there's another red hold right there, so I will just slide the thread in there. My next step is this little coil down here. Once you get to the little coil, you're gonna come through the back side of the coil right where the red mark is and just loop it around so that your string goes right through the coil. Just like that. And then there's the little loop right next to it. We're just going to slide the string in there. And then the next loop that has a color code for red, we're just going to slide that in there. Once you have it threaded all down here, our next step is going to be coming up here to this little lever. And there's going to be a hole on the right side, but there's also a hole back inside. If you stick your head around here or even open up your sidebar, that's what I've done, and look through there, you'll see that that same piece has a hole on the left side, and that's where we're going to stick the thread through first. But you're going to want to make sure that it goes behind this lever. So if you see the way it's coming up, here it forms this kind of claw shape. You're going to want to go behind this claw shape right here. So I'm just gonna use these are my tweezers that hopefully came with your machine, and I'm just gonna pull it up through the machine. So, and I kind of got a lot of thread, but here you can see that it's behind the claw shape. So next I'm gonna take the end of my string and I'm gonna go to that hole and try and put it through it. Here's a different angle. This is from this side of the machine, the left side that I opened up. And you can see, here, let me figure this out. Here's the lever, the claw that I was talking about, and here is the hole, right there. If you can see that tiny, right in there. That is what we're gonna want to put the string through. So the best way I've figured out how to get your string into this back hole in the left hand side of the claw is just to make your string on top. Remember, it goes through the back, it goes behind all this, and then I just have pulled it over, and right where that hole is, there's a little groove that you can just slide your string over to, and it should just go in. It might take a couple of tries, but that's the easiest way I have found to do that. So I'm just gonna push it over, push the string over, or pull it, and just play with it for a minute. Oh, and there we go. So you can't really tell that it's in there, but it is. And once it is in there, our next step is going to be going through the right hole. So it's on the same claw that we've been working on, this claw looking thing. There is a piece up here that has a hole in it, but that's not for this string that's on the red track. That one is for the string that is on the blue track. So I'm just gonna take my string and I'm going to take my tweezers. This is so much easier to do with tweezers, so I don't even try with my fingers, and that was definitely my phone. So this might take a minute, but once you get through, you're awesome. And you might need to turn your wheel so that you can adjust it, and I'm just going to come in from the back and try and pull my string through. So now we're going to thread the blue track. This is going to be the right front thread. So I'm just gonna grab my thread and pull it to the top, not getting tangled in the black thread, of course. And this one, because it's in the front, only has one little thing it hangs on. I don't really know what those are called. And then I bring it down and it goes through the blue track again, all the way to the left side. So it goes all the way over, connects to that blue track again, and then it goes down to the blue spin. It's kind of weird because I have red thread and I'm talking about blue. And then this blue hook, it hooks onto that as well. Make sure all of these are hooked in nicely or it'll fall apart when you start sewing. So, and we don't want that. So next we go to this blue and hook that in. And then the next blue one is right here and hook that in. It's a lot of hooks in the very beginning. And then there is the coil, there's the red one, and then there's the blue one right next to it. So, of course, you want to make sure you go and connect into the blue one. And it might be easier for you, I'm going to try it right now, just to use your little tweezers and to put the thread in there, just like that. I can pull it through. Perfect. Okay, and then let me try and zoom in a little bit. Once I'm in that little coil, I'm just gonna go to this square looking coil, and it is going to be in the same place as the black thread. Well, as the red section, but my thread is black. And then our next step is going to be, we're going to go straight up. So at the top there's this blue coil, and we're now going to attach to that. So I'm just going to slide my thread behind and pop it in there. And then here's the claw that we just threaded our red track through. And here's another claw looking thing. And there is a hole right at the very end of it. It's just right at the top. It's the top one, and that's where we're going to thread this through. So I'm using my tweezers again and just nice gently thread that through. And I'll come through the side. Don't hurt your needle. And I'll pull that through. And both of those threads I can just pull to the back of my machine underneath my presser foot, so that way they are now ready to sew. So on the green track we're going to be using our back left thread, so I'm just going to bring it up just like before and thread it through the back one and then the front one. It's nice how they're color coded, and then come all the way down here and thread it through that green hole. I'm then going to loop around and just underneath this dial thing, and then there's one hook right here, and we're just going to go underneath it and make sure it gets in and hooked so it won't fall out. Then this is the upper threads, so we're then going to come and go underneath this metal part. We're going to go underneath that and through this little mouth right here. So your thread's just kind of sitting in there. And then you go to the right side, and then behind this little middle guy. so it holds your thread, and then we can thread the string into the needle. And that helps to turn the light on. So I'm just gonna make sure my needles are raised on the highest. And I am gonna use my tweezers one more time. Actually, I'll probably use it for the other needle as well. It's just so much easier to use these. I'm sorry, you guys are seeing my hand. And then you just pull it back. Oh, and mine did not get caught in there. And there is that one. So now we can do the yellow. The top threads are pretty easy to thread if you haven't noticed already. So now I'm using the bottom left hand side thread, and I just came up, put it through the yellow, and now I'm coming down, and now I can put my thread through the yellow track just right here, make sure it's sliding over again around the dial, and it will go behind this little metal piece again, just like the green track did, but this time it's going to go up and over and then come down to this far left side and make sure it's in place and it's hooked. See, mine just came out. And then I will put it behind this little metal stick thing sticking out again, that one. And then I will be able to thread it. So I'll use my tweezers and get my other thread out of the way and just pull it through again. I'm going to pull it to the right side, so it's all the strings are to the right side of the presser foot. And once they're all over there, you are now ready to sew. So I would suggest getting some sample fabric, something you don't mind if you mess up or if it doesn't work on it. So that way you can test out your threading before you actually sew on a garment or on something that you're making and that you actually care about. So I hope this helps you guys out. Like and comment below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys back next time. Bye!